The Tampa Bay Rays are making moves. The Rays added a bat to their lineup thanks to a trade with the New York Mets on Thursday for DH Lucas Duda. They also acquired reliever Dan Jennings in a trade with the White Sox earlier on Thursday. The Rays obviously seem to be buyers at the deadline. They're only 2.5 back at the AL East, just one game out of a wild card spot. Is Duda the piece the Rays need to make the playoffs, Dylan?
No, I don't think so. I think, with the Rays, they've got to be creative with deadline acquisitions. They typically don't have the type of leverage to go and acquire a huge chip at the deadline. That's just not the team they are. They don't have money to re-sign guys. A guy like, like Yu Darvish would be a rental. Maybe you try to convince him to stick around. The Rays are not going to be involved in that kind of talk because they don't have the pieces to send to the Rangers, and they certainly have no hope in any world of reality to re-sign him. So they typically don't go for those loner type guys. I think they try to do something like this, buy kind of low, send a little something that way, and cross your fingers and hope for the best, and really hope in buying low that eventually, just like any good stock, it can kind of start to climb. Now, maybe in a different setting and more of a hitter's park than Citi Field. There at Trop with some guys around him that have all kind of powered up with Lomo and Dickerson, and Longoria starting to really find his groove again. Maybe that will become infectious, and from the left-handed side, Lucas Duda can provide some oomph for this team. But, when I look at what Lomo's done, when I look at what Dickerson's done, I don't look at it and say left-handed power in a position that, he's going to play some first base. I think that's going to help them a little bit. He's going to DH some. But they're not a Lucas Duda away from really impressing me to think. I think what they've done, and they tend to do this, they overachieve, they're awesome, they always kind of play over their skis and scare you and say, how are the Rays even right there with the Yankees and the Red Sox?
Yep.
How? I mean, when you look at payroll, when you look at the market size and what their means are to be able to overachieve, they've got no business being in this race yet. Here they are. A lot of that has to do with their pitching. And I think the pitching staff continuing to do what they've done to this point and over the last month, that is going to be a bigger impact on if they can stay competitive in September than Lucas Duda.
Heartbreaking loss for the Rays tonight, 6-5 to the Yankees in extra innings. Brett Gardner with the walk-off jack for the Yankees.